Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. As we continue to monitor all of the big breaking news from over the weekend, we are taking a live look out here in Grand Blanc Township, Michigan. This is the scene where that shooting occurred at a church. That church also set on fire. And I do want to refer to some background courtesy of the Associated Press here, where they say this: an ex-Marine smashed a pickup into a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Michigan, opened fire and set the building ablaze during a crowded Sunday service, and then was fatally shot by police. At least 4 people were killed and 8 wounded, and authorities were searching the building ruins for more victims. That attack occurring at around 10:25 in the morning local time, while hundreds of people were in the building in Grand Blanc Township, just outside of Flint. Joining us now to discuss where the investigation heads now is Bobby McDonald. He is a former Secret Service agent. And Bobby, thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Great to be with you as always.
Good to have you here. So I did showcase, I want to bring it here up on our screen. We do have a live image coming out from that scene, not as active today, but we are seeing a lot of crime scene tape. I mean, it's taped off. Bobby, we are less than 24 hours from when this attack first happened. Talk to us about the importance of gathering evidence here and really what that entails during this critical moment.
Well, once the shooter was neutralized yesterday, it's the responsibility of law enforcement agencies to maintain that crime scene immediately after giving aid and comfort to the wounded and dealing with the individuals who are killed. They've got to maintain that crime scene so that all of the clues that are contained within that area are maintained, are not damaged. Did it rain overnight? Are we able to get all of the things we need to get out of there packaged correctly, marked correctly? This starts the chain of custody with respect to the investigation. Now, we obviously don't have a person who's been arrested here because the individual is deceased, but we need to piece all of these things together to figure out why this happened. We know that it happened obviously on a very busy Sunday morning at church when everybody's in church. So he knew what he was doing. We want to find out about him. We want to talk to his friends, neighbors, family. I understand he was a Marine in years gone by. Was he having any post-traumatic stress issues out of that? Drug and alcohol problems? Was he going through some issues with his significant other or his kids? Did he lose his job recently? All of those things that we talk about every time we get together talking about these horrific events have to be maintained and figured out to see if we can stop this from happening again. We never seem to get to the point where this stops, and we've got to figure out how to do this and how to deal with all these various issues.
It is truly tragic when we continue to cover similar cases to this. I want to go back to some of this footage that we had just yesterday. Take a look at this, Bobby. I don't know if you've seen this video just yet, but this is drone footage that we got via Storyful. This is the church after it was set on fire. Now, the attacker apparently using gas to start the fire and also had explosive devices. It's not clear, though, if he used them. When we kind of add this into the mix, it's not just a shooting. Now we're talking about arson. We're talking about possible explosive devices. What does that mean for the case going forward? How does that affect it?
Well, you're talking about the ability of this individual, if all of these things reign true, to inflict significant damage, not only on that location of the church, but also the surrounding area, to cause more carnage, to cause more damage, to cause more death and injury. This was obviously, in my opinion, a calculated event. With the assets of the explosive devices and the gasoline and the weapons. This is a big deal, and this is not a very good scene. That is a horrific fire, and I think we may still find some more victims that may be still in and around that area that haven't been found yet based upon yesterday's actions.
And that's what authorities are trying to investigate at the moment, seeing if they find some more remains. Back out live to this image that we have of the shooting scene. And going back to the fact that this was at a church while hundreds of people were inside of the building there. You know, looking ahead to this, when we talk about security for certain buildings like this, I mean, it's difficult because you can't really predict that something so horrific is going to happen. But Bobby, if other places of worship, and not even just that, schools, buildings where a lot of people are in, when they think about security, given these sort of incidents that we see, what should remain top of mind when keeping people safe?
Well, it's a balance that we have to find here. Obviously, with our churches, our schools, our universities, our movie theaters, we want to go out and live our lives and we want to be able to move freely and not have to worry about things like this. But when people are in church, when people are out having a good time or a dinner with their family, we let our guard down a little bit, unfortunately. We don't want to live in fear, but we have to remain situationally aware, as you've heard me say many times when I've been on with you. We've got to know our surroundings. Look, security unfortunately costs money, and churches and schools and other types of areas don't necessarily have a lot of money for security. It doesn't make money for everybody. But we're getting to the point with copycat individuals or with people cheering this type of situation on with other calls of bomb scares yesterday after this fact. It's an unfortunate time that we're in. And as I said before, we've got to figure out how to handle this. I said with your outlet the other day, what a great time for someone on the left in DC and someone on the right to stand up and say, hey, let's try to start to figure this out now. But we still haven't heard anything more than the usual rhetoric.
You mentioned something within that last answer that's important, and it's also a concern going forward. These copycats that could be coming out, hopefully we don't see that, but it's a concern, and people have their eyes open and they're kind of preparing for anything at this moment. What are federal authorities doing to try to get ahead of any possible copycats, just like this case?
Well, again, all law enforcement now has to be on a heightened alert wherever they are, whether it be state, local, or other federal agencies. We've got to be engaging in our community and allowing people to follow that see something, say something situation. Is your son or daughter at the dinner table acting a little bit strange? Are they looking at various websites that are a little bit odd or out of the ordinary? Are they worrying about guns or types of bombs or different types of things that could cause this type of damage? This breeds copycat, and it breeds people being out and able to try to do something that they just saw happen here yesterday. So it's an unfortunate situation. I don't know that there's a specific answer of how we stop it. It's got to be spreading the news. It's got to be an awareness of what's going on around us, an awareness of our neighbors, our friends, our relatives, and having the ability to stand up, be brave enough to say, hey, something's not right here, and we've got to stop it before something happens like this.
Bobby McDonald, a former Secret Service agent, we always appreciate your time, especially when we're talking about cases like this. As I mentioned before, we're still less than 24 hours from when it first happened, so we're expecting to learn a lot more. We'll be in touch with any new developments, but for now, you take care.
Thank you. Good to be with you.